Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? It's your boy, Nick, Nothing But Niners, here to bring you another fun-filled episode here on the Nothing But Niners Facebook page, YouTube page. If you're not a subscriber over there, do that. I'll go through all that formalities. But what is going on? Bang, bang, Niner gang. Oh, man. This is going to be a fun show. This is going to be a countdown. Actually, a countdown quest for 6, obviously. But this will be day 7, and we'll continue to bring these shows to you all week. So make sure you guys have that notification set. If this is your first time here, make sure you give us a like and hit that like and subscribe button right down there. Bang, bang, bang. Give us a follow on Twitter, Snapchat, Nothing But 9ERS. That's Twitter and Snapchat. Also, give us a follow on Facebook and Instagram. If this is your first time watching a Facebook live stream, make sure you guys grant permission to StreamYard so that we can see your name when you guys hit that comment and put that comment in our section. So when we pop it up on the screen, it doesn't just say Facebook user. It actually says your name and who we're talking to. If you missed any of those, you can give us a follow on or check us out at nothingbutniners.com. Obviously, that's www.nothingbutniners.com. And make sure you guys set that bell notifications for impromptu videos because, we may bring those to you this week as well. And you want to know when we're going live. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you want to send over any of your pictures from the NFC Championship game or any game this season in your apparel, whether it's you, your vehicles, your pets, whatever it may be, or if you're going to Miami, send us some pictures, man. That is NB9ERS at nothingbutniners.com. If you're following us on our podcast as well, you can check us out there, SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google Play, wherever you guys listen to your podcast apps at. You can follow us there as well. Talk 49ers with Nothing But Niners or NBN or NB9ERS, whatever you follow us or can find us that way. It's all good. But without further ado, man, let me bring in my homie Wayne. What is going on, baby?
What's going on, faithful? What's good, man? It's your boy Breezy, my man Nick. We about to hold this show down. It is the countdown to the quest for 6, man. I know y'all don't want to hear quest for 6, but that's what it is. We are on this journey. We about to bring 6 Lombardis, the 6 Lombardi home to the faithful. Hey, man, let's get this show popping, man. I think we're gonna talk defense today, man. We're going to sit there and talk about 49ers defense, talk about the Kansas City Chiefs defense, their ranks, stats, all that good stuff, man. Quick power hour. We're going to give it to you 7 days, all week, nice and long, nice and strong, faithful, nothing but Niners style.
Yo, man, I've been trying to hold my feels back, right? I've been trying to hold my feelings back. But watching the send-off today on Instagram with all the players, all the players, all the faithful that are out there, all of them tweeting it or putting it on Instagram, John Lynch tweeting it. Big send-off, man. Big shout out to the faithful that were able to get out there. Hundreds and hundreds of people. They were lined all over the place. If you watch Kendrick Bourne's, he's like, yo, man, get off of there. Because the dude was standing on like an electrical box. He's like, you going to fall and get hurt? Get off there. But they were they got me hyped, man. And, I've been trying to stay away from all the media talk all week long. I haven't been really watching NFL Network or Good Morning Football or anything like that because I've just been trying to stay in my own little situation here and not letting any negativity fill my mind with things. So today, obviously, Wayne, like you were saying, is the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, man.
And, we got that Pro Bowl feel. And normally I'm all excited to watch the Pro Bowl, right? Even though it's like not a real game, I guess you could say, because there's not like physicality anymore and things like that. It's more of a vacation for these guys.
Correct. It's like exhibition, the way exhibition should be. Like, you know what I mean? It's not going to be, the hard hits, penalties, all that cool stuff. It's just a straight exhibition, other than flag football. It's gonna be something. They should just make the Pro Bowl flag football. That would be kind of hot.
They really should. I mean, I like the things beforehand, like the skills challenge, ball, all that stuff, because it's interesting just watching. But I'm not excited this year for the Pro Bowl, and for one reason: there's no Niners there, and it's not because we didn't play bad. It's not because we didn't have guys be accommodated with a Pro Bowl experience this year. It's because we're going to Super Bowl 54.
We are. We are going to the Super Bowl. But before we get into that, Nick, let's definitely give credit and honor to where it's due, man. Shout out to Nick Bosa, Richard Sherman, George Kittle, and who else was that made the Pro Bowl? Kyle Juszczyk, number 44. All those 4 players would have been starters in this year's Pro Bowl for the 49er. We had a list of alternates that were going to go to whoever decided they weren't going to make it to this dance. But yo, man, it does feel good not to be in the Pro Bowl because we in the Super Bowl. Respect the stick, baby, because that's what we're going to be doing all next week, all this week. Let's go.
Look, like you said, big shout out to all those guys, man. Big shout out, though, to Nick Bosa being the leading vote receiver in his first year in the NFL above all I think it was all defensive players, but leading the vote. Getting his first Pro Bowl nod. Obviously, these guys would rather be playing in the Super Bowl, but it's a big, accolade for those guys to be able to be named to the Pro Bowl. Obviously, Richard Sherman getting an extra $1 million, I believe, just for being named to the Pro Bowl. And it's super exciting, right? It's super exciting, and I'll probably sit down and watch it, but I probably won't be as tuned in as much or as glued to the TV as I would normally, just seeing when Niners players are playing.
Right.
But it's fun because obviously it sucks that we have to wait 7 more days till this actual game comes up. And I've been, like I said, thriving or draining myself of not being able to watch any NFL Network or Good Morning Football or ESPN or First Take or Chris Sims or whoever it may be.
Nick, I don't know how you do it, bro. I've been so busy to where I can't turn the shit on. Like this, and now watch this week though. I'd be mad lax. I have nothing but space and time, and then it'll be torture, right? Because now you got to figure out. This week we definitely got to watch because I believe this week is when the narrative is going to take the turn. I'm hoping last week, Nick, it was all Chiefs, right? I'm hoping that is the story that they were giving to us. But I know tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, when I tune in to Good Morning Football, if I hear anything about the Chiefs, it's going to be on and popping. I mean, I'm slandering on Twitter. I'm probably going to get in Twitter jail before the Super Bowl. It's going to be a problem because at some point, they got to sit here and pay respect to the other team that's playing in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Other than the fact that they're going to get blown out and they're like, that's not what this show is about. But I get what you're saying, yo. It's hard to stay away from it. You've been doing a good job. I've luckily been busy to where I can't watch it, even though the radio did piss me off. Sirius XM has been pissing me off all week. I do tune into those guys, but it's definitely hard. But what's been keeping me afloat, Nick? The faithful.
Oh, yeah. The faithful definitely keeping me awake and eyes peeled and wide open, I guess you could say. But, the sad thing about this was after the NFC Championship game, right, obviously, I shed a couple tears. We're excited. We're hanging there. We're having a good old time. And on my flight home, which was Tuesday, and I was in California all day Monday, so I watched some of the news broadcasts there and stuff, and it was all Niner stuff, right? Obviously, because you're in Cali. But I was, the biggest thing I was excited about was like, man, I'm actually going to be able to hear about our team this week, like hear them talk about the Niners. And then it was just so depressing. The first day, it was just all Chiefs. I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I'm not paying attention to anything anybody else has to say. It's been the narrative all year. And I'd rather just keep that negativity because that's the way it's been all year.
Yeah.
So without saying anything else, I see Tony's in here. So
yeah, man, let's bring in the birthday boy. We're gonna give him a birthday shout out. But again, definitely shout out to the faithful on Twitter, shout out to the faithful on Facebook and all the other social media links because you guys have been making the 49ers relevant. Even no matter what the media has been doing, you have been making them relevant. Keep on putting in the work, faithful. You guys are amazing. Birthday boy!
What's up? What's going on? You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. We see you chilling.
Because I'm chilling, bro. I'm 40. This is what happens when you turn 40.
You chilling in the sun, right?
Unfortunately. Yeah. Well, no, I'm in the shade right now. I'm under the lot.
Yeah,
The sun's
everybody
hot
out there,
down
make
here.
sure y'all send Tony a happy birthday, man. He turned the big 4-0,
Yep.
man. Life officially starts at 40. At least that's what I hear. So I'm enjoying my 39th year until I turn 40. Next year, I'm doing it up cigars and cognac and all that good stuff, man. I'm gonna turn into a grown man at 40, man. So you definitely enjoy this. But Tony, how psyched are you that this is 7 more days, baby?
I can't wait, man. I was listening to you guys while I was in the back room waiting to come on, and I agree with both of you. Screw the media, because you know what? It's only putting more pressure on the Chiefs. That's all it's doing. It's less pressure on us. And I tell you right now, I've been listening to these podcasts, reading articles, reading papers, and Kyle's got something up his sleeve for this game. And Matt Mayoka reported like 3 days ago that Juszczyk said in one of the practices that it's a new playbook. We learn all new things, all new scheme. So it's going to be really interesting. I know offense, I think Kansas City's going to have a lot of problems with this offense. On defense, I really hope Joe Woods and Salah come up with a scheme to control, because I don't think you can stop. You can control the speed of that offense.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, and that's what we're definitely going to break down throughout the week, man. We're going to talk about speed, and I feel like the media has not addressed the speed on the 49ers defense. You know, all they do is talk about the speed on Kansas City's offense and this is that and the third. And when we get into the offensive show on tomorrow, we'll definitely break down. I mean, it's a fact that they have speed, and it was something that the 49ers were definitely trying to do with Goodwin and stuff like that, bringing in the speed. And I feel like Kyle has his speed guys.
No.
And there's some speed guys we definitely haven't seen from and heard from in a while. But how about we hold off on that? Let's talk about the defenses, man. Nick, let's bring in the defenses. And let's start with the Kansas City Chiefs defense. Where are they ranked? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? I mean, we could just go off the dome from what we've seen throughout this year in football.
You know, to me, watching them, I went back and watched a couple tapes. They're really susceptible to the run. They're averaging in the playoffs right now like 4.3 yards per carry they're allowing against the rush. So the biggest thing I think, obviously Tyrann Mathieu is there, who is a very, very athletic guy, a very good athlete. But defensively, I think that I really think we can run against these guys. Depending, we've been coming in and everybody's been trying to stop, outside zone or inside zone and things like that. We've been running more so power and traps and and this hasn't been an outside zone team for the last 6 or 7 weeks. It's been different. You've had outside zone, you've had inside zone, you've had traps, you've had power. I've even seen some I formations like straight power. So, it's going to be interesting to see how we attack them in the run game. Tyrann Mathieu, obviously, you heard him come out and say before, like after they beat the Titans, I believe it was, he's like, oh, we could just line up in a formation and I recognize things and I just went and made the play. I could notice it was being done. Well, you're not going to be able to do that with the Niners offense. The Niners offense has the same formation and 4 or 5 different plays off of that branch, or basically branch off of that trunk. So you're not going to be able to recognize formations and things like that. You may think you know what is coming, but even us as fans watching this offense against another defense, you see, this is going to be this. And it's something totally different because it's the same formation. So for me, I think attacking this run defense and being able to run the football is going to slow down Frank Clark. And Frank Clark knows Joe Staley very, very well. And Frank Clark has beaten Joe Staley a ton of times. And obviously Chris Jones is coming off a hamstring injury. I'm sure he's playing this week. I don't think he played last week. That does bolster their front defensive line. But my theory right now against this defense is attack the run, slow down the pass rush, and open it up with a little bit of play action as well. So I'll let you guys give a little take.
That's what's up. Hey, Tony, what you got? Man, how you feel about this Kansas City defense, man? Any weaknesses on their defense? What are their strengths?
I agree. I think that Nick hit it on as far as run game, that we can attack them with multiple looks and multiple blocking schemes. And it's not only using the running backs; it's using the receivers. It's even using Kittle out of a motion handle. It's one part of it. I think the second part of it is their linebackers. The speed of linebacker is very slow. And I think we could take advantage of that, work in the middle of the field using Debo and Hill to make them an uncomfortable position and make them really have to, I guess, favor to them and keep them in passing situations and try to get them in their drops quickly. So I think that's where we have the advantage on this defense. I think Tyrann Mathieu is their best player in that secondary. I mean, he's a true chess piece. He can play all over. He can play safety. He can play in the box. That's someone that they really have to focus on. And I honestly think in somehow, some way, Kyle's going to scheme him out of the equation.
Yeah, you're on mute or something.
Hey Nick, let's bring in Mike. Let's get Mike's take on it, if you don't mind, and let's see what he has to say.
Mike. Oh,
Mike.
Mike,
what's up, faithfuls?
What's good, bro? Hey man, we're sitting here breaking down Kansas City defense. We wanted to get your opinions on their strengths and weaknesses. Like, how do you feel like the 49ers may, not from a straight offensive point of view, but what are the strengths and the weaknesses of the Kansas City's defense?
Yeah. I was listening, man. I know exactly where we at. I'm gonna talk about all that, but I do want to say happy Pro Bowl day to everybody out there. Shout out to the Niners not being out there. All right, so that's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday to my guy Tony. Hey Tony, this one's for you, big dog, right here. Little cheers and sip the margarita.
Margarita.
Hey, Mike.
Defense. There it is. That's what I'm talking about, kid. Yeah, sip the margarita, baby. And about this Chiefs defense, man. Look, these guys don't defend the run well on the edges. Their safeties are excellent. I'm not going to make any qualms about that. Love what those safeties do, but I'm telling you, the edges of that defensive line, that linebacking core, and those corners, Kyle Shanahan's going to turn them into Swiss cheese, man. There's not going to be a damn thing that they can do with us. We can survive a shootout against this team, man. So I'm excited about this team. I heard Nick saying that the narrative has been this and the narrative has been that. I heard Wayne saying that, I think the narrative is going to change this week. Maybe they were just pumping them up last week, and this week it takes a turn, trying to mix up the coverage and all that. I don't care what they got to say anymore, man. It's like I heard you guys saying it's been depressing and all that stuff. The Niners they're in a good position, man. That's all I'm going to say right now. But that defense over there for Kansas City hasn't improved throughout the season. Yes, but you also have to keep things. You have to contextualize things. They started putting up a lot of points. So what happens when you put up a lot of points? Now your defense can pin their ears back, get after the quarterback, easier to pressure, get more sacks, right? And look at this. They're holding these guys to this many yards. Let's not be silly here, okay? Derrick Henry had almost 70 yards in that first half. It's just that they scored so much, the Chiefs, that they had to abandon the run game. All right. Derrick Henry was still going out there 3 yards a pop, getting them. That's Henry. That's running to the strength in the middle of that defensive line. We're going to attack those edges. All right. I know Nick was saying that we were talking about all these different kinds of formations, and we're not just doing outside zone and all that. Niners are doing everything. They're doing it all. And we are going to attack the weakness of that defense. So bring it, baby. This is going to be a lot of fun. Hey, this was really good, by the way. Hey, Tony, one more for you, bro. Happy birthday, man. I'm sorry. I haven't had, guys, I've been working. I'm sorry I'm late. I hate jumping in the middle of shows. You guys know that. I'm sorry I'm late, but I literally walked in the door. My daughter, let me show you guys what Zara made. She wanted me to show you guys that she actually wanted to yell nothing but Niners on the shelf. But I don't know if you guys can see this.
Look at that artwork, yo.
It's a Super Bowl champion. This is my 5-year-old. She tried to make the SF, which I wouldn't dare try to do. And she got a couple of years down there. I don't know if y'all can see.
Oh, those. She got the years of the joints. Hey,
man, that's Daddy's girl.
Take a picture of that, man, and we're gonna put that out there, man. That the faithful needs to see that. Hey, man, I definitely agree with all you guys are saying, yo. It's like I know Kansas City defense has seemed to improve. Mike, you talked about their safeties. I'm only concerned about one of their safeties. I mean, Juan Thornhill is not playing; he's injured, correct? So, like he's not a guy that I'm necessarily worried about. Tyrann Mathieu, I mean, he can't cover 11 people. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, Tyrann Mathieu is what Budda Baker was in Arizona. I mean, that's why they got rid of Tyrann Mathieu. And who took advantage of Budda Baker? I just want you to say it. I'm gonna shut up so you can say it.
I don't know. Who what you talking about?
George Kittle. That
Oh.
guy, he strictly murdered the Baker guy. I definitely, Tony, I think talked about their linebackers and how they're slow. I wish Kansas City would put a linebacker on George Kittle and have and try to cover George Kittle, because we haven't seen George Kittle in 2 weeks, right? We haven't seen him be George Kittle, the offensive threat, which we'll definitely get into on tomorrow's show. But we do know that if they put that Tyrann, I would love to see the Tyrann Mathieu thing. I would love to see the zone blocking scheme where Kittle goes down and blocks the heck out of Tyrann Mathieu. A lot of stuff is going to go down. Kyle Shanahan definitely going to have a plan, but the strengths of the Kansas City defense, in my opinion, is definitely their edges. I mean, that's where they try to replace D Ford. They tried to replace what's the dude? I think he went to the Colts.
No, I know you're talking about old head.
The old head. They tried to replace those guys with Frank Clark. They brought in Frank Clark and another dude. Chris Jones did play last week, Nick, with the hamstring issue, but he was super limited. Like they were scared to play him, but he played because they had to win that game.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he played or not. I just know that he had been
absolutely
laboring a hamstring injury. So.
And he's probably still lingering the hammy, but he did get an extra week off, whatever. And again, he is a pass rushing defensive tackle too, by the way. He's not your run stopping defensive tackle. So the cool thing about that is if he gets trapped, he ain't gonna be nowhere near on the play. And it's funny that T Sizzle. They brought in T Sizzle. Thank you so much.
And it was Justin Houston. That was the other guy.
Justin Houston. Thank you. So they brought in T Sizzle, which we handled when we played Arizona. Their defense does have some strengths, but like you said, we're going to attack them in the run game. Look, I think with the run game, you attack their edges with the outside zone, but don't be surprised if they run traps, Nick. Don't be surprised if they run power. Don't be surprised if the halfback draws and the halfback dives and the strong powers and all those things work as well. It's just the way that the 49ers are playing football right now. And thank you was Justin Houston. So their defense has strengths. Their defense has weakness. Where is their defense ranked in the pass and the run? Do we know?
I can pull it up. I don't have.
I think they're 29th in the run. That was the last I looked at their rankings. I don't remember what it was in the past.
So let's stay right there on the run, Nick. Thank you so much. You said that they're 29th over the season ranked in the run, and then you also said in the playoffs they're only giving up what?
4.3 yards per carry.
4.3 yards a carry. And then Mike talked about how, Derrick Henry had 70-something plus yards in the first half with a touchdown run. And then obviously they had to abandon the play. And I don't think they had to abandon the run. If we wanted to talk about what was Tennessee's downfall, I think the fact that they stopped using what was their strength, they weren't down by a lot of points. They still could have probably tried to run and wear and tear on Kansas City defense. They actually did Kansas City a favor. They let their defense rest without bruising them with Derrick Henry. So them bums need to be out of the playoffs.
They actually jumped up for the team rankings to 25th right now. They were 26th, but they're 25th right now.
Okay.
In 2019, they averaged 123.9.
So they went from third from the last up to like seventh from the last.
Are we talking only rushing or are we doing both?
I think we're just doing rushing.
Okay, because I pulled up the other one here. So, all right.
And then the last 3 games have been 95.7 yards per game.
Okay. And it's funny because we don't – I felt like the media, not us as far as the media, but the other media, I felt like they haven't talked about like the Kansas City schedule and who they play. Just the same way they didn't talk about how Aaron Rodgers didn't play easy teams on this stretch run into the playoffs. I felt like Kansas City had one of those type of schedules going into the final quarter of their season. And I mean, obviously it improved their defense, right? They were able to get better in stopping the run, and they're on a little roll, and their offense started putting up points, and they started doing things a little bit better than what people are catered to see the Kansas City Chiefs doing, which they did all last season. But now let's talk about the 49ers defense. I mean, no, Mike, bring up the passing. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I mean, you good, man. You got to apologize for that. I was just looking at the passing yards per game, right? Because that's what we're doing this based off of.
Correct.
Yeah, rushing. Their ranks, their overall ranking in pass defense.
it's weird because but these numbers aren't right on NFL.com because they have them as 9th, and the Niners are down at like 6th, but the Niners are 2nd in pass defense. So I don't understand I don't know where these numbers are coming from.
That's weird. Because
So I'm trying to find something else that shows me a more definitive answer. So I apologize about that, fellas. I just want to make sure we're bringing the people the right information. I don't want to tell them anything.
Totally agree. And the reason why I wanted to use that to segue into the 49ers defense is because that's exactly what we wanted to compare. We wanted to sit there and compare passing, compare the rushing, compare where we are, compare like why are they not talking about the defense? Like we have not heard anything. But go ahead, Mike.
Right. All right. So right now the 49ers have the number 1 passing defense. We've only allowed 2,707 yards in the NFL. That's yards allowed.
That's immaculate.
Passing.
God,
that's number 1. That's not number 2. That's number 1. Okay. And the Chiefs, Kansas City, are 8th, and they allowed. Now listen to this. We allowed 2707. The Chiefs are 8th, and they allow 3543.
That's almost 1,000 yards more.
Yeah, over 800 yards. Like, and that's the thing, man. Like, they're not all right.
I know, and it's fine. I mean, it's the reason why, guys, we're bringing you this show is because we don't want you to be boggled and messed up by what the media is saying. All right, so this is the exact reason why we're trying to bring you these stats, because we want you to understand that what you're hearing and what you're seeing isn't all correct, or that it's just not being reported. If you're following everybody on Twitter, you will notice that stuff is being put out by other Niner fans, other Niner groups, other Niner camps, because they want everybody to know, look, man, this is what we've been doing. Like, why are we not talking about this? Like, why isn't the defense being shed the light on? And this is the whole point of this show. This is the defense show. All right. So look, let's talk about this 49ers defense. And I know we're 49er fans, but let's keep our culture, right? Let's talk about the 49ers defense. Let's talk about our ranks. Let's start there, and then we'll go opposite what we did for the Chiefs.
All right, so you're saying you want to talk about the Niners rankings?
Let's get to the Niners rankings. You said that they finished first in pass.
Yeah.
Yes. And
so
then,
in passing, they allowed only 2707. And now Patriots were second, and they finished with 2886.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then as far as rushing, let me make sure I'm on. Yeah, I have to be on 2019 because our pass defense was butt cheeks before. As far as rushing goes, oh, that's the wrong way. The Niners finished 17th with yards allowed at 1802.
It's so weird to me, yo. It's just so weird that they didn't do well in the rush game. Like, but
well, that's because we lock people down in the pass game. So you got to understand that, like, it's one or the other. You're never gonna just shut people down and the game is over, right?
Okay.
There's 300 yards to be given somewhere. You got a team is gonna a team worth their weight is gonna find 300 yards.
Okay.
Okay. And so if we're shutting you down in the passing, you have to run. That's it. You know, we get up by a big lead. We're gonna play soft. We're gonna send our front four after you, and then we're gonna drop everybody in the coverage because you want to come after us.
So
right?
that's why they gashing in the big yard
But
game.
if you hand that off, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So you know, it's pros and cons with it. And I see the contribution here from Sean. It says, "Hey guys, the first thing I saw this AM was Mike taking a shot. That's bad because that makes me sound rude." He says, "Salute. Eli was hyped for 3 Super Bowls, tore it up in the regular season and playoffs. Really? What was that?
Got annihilated in the Super Bowl. Is he talking about Elway? He's talking about Elway.
That's a W. Good call.
He was talking about Elway. Elway was hyped for 3 Super Bowls. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right. But thank you for the contribution, Sean. We truly appreciate it. But yeah, and that's that's something we'll definitely get into probably on Wednesday's show. Like we'll talk about all the different things that we've heard, all the different what do you call those things? We'll talk about superstitions, and then we'll talk about all that type of stuff on Wednesday's show. All the theories that are out there. 49ers might lose. Remember the theory about the 49ers losing to Green Bay because the NFL wanted to see Kansas City and Green Bay in the Super Bowl? Boy, did Kyle smack the shit out of that theory real quick. I mean, I thought that was funny. But yeah, so we'll definitely get into that stuff probably on Wednesday's show.
I mean, I think we should do a full breakdown like as the week goes on, man.
Let's
You know
do
what
it.
I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
there's so much to talk about, and I know we're excited about the Super Bowl and all that stuff, but like, wait, like, can we backtrack a little bit?
let's go. Let's go.
All right, like I know. Look, the Pro Bowl is here, and I'm 90% sure it was Nick that said it. Nick said, normally I'm really excited to watch the Pro Bowl,
Yes,
and I
he
know
did.
it's just it's two-hand touch and all that. We get it. We understand it's not. No, I'm serious. We know it's not real football, right? We get it. All of us understand that. However, it's still something I like to watch, and you definitely want to watch the different events. So I'm going to pull up the list of the 49ers Pro Bowlers, right? And this is what I'm going to challenge you guys to do today.
The alternates. Let's go.
I'm going to pull up the Pro Bowlers, the ones who got it, and the alternates. And I want you guys to give me your favorite play from each one of these guys. Let's get in the Pro Bowl spirit, We're not just 49er fans. We're football fans out here.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I want to kind of spin that because trust me, throughout this week, this countdown, this is day 7. Day 6 is going to be a different show. Day 5 is going to be a different show. And we're gonna keep this thing moving here. And by the way, we have to get the faithful on. We got to let these people sound.
Yeah, man. I wanted to definitely do 2 interaction shows this week, so I thought Wednesday and Friday would be those 2 days if that's up to you guys.
Yes,
though.
sir. They're excited that the team has made it to the dance, and we got to hear from these people.
Excited, they are. I got fans from our show tweeting me stuff and tagging me in their tweets about what they wearing and all this type of stuff. And I am amped. I got there's little babies, there's grown men. I told this one dude, hey man, take the t-shirt you got on, take it off, send it in the mail. I'll wash it. You ain't even gotta wash it. I just want the t-shirt. It said something with Bosa on it. That junk was fire. But yo, you were right, yo. I'm actually opposite of Nick. I'm in the Pro Bowl spirit. Why? Because it's another day of football. And it's another day to honor the 49ers that would have been playing had they not made it this far in the big dance, right? So let's talk about those guys and let's pull up a play. And please, Tony, don't take none of my plays. All right, go ahead.
So, all right, let's start with Richard Sherman.
Let's go.
Let's start with our man Sherman, okay?
All right, so can we alternate? Like I go first, Tony go first, you, and then rotate?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Because this is my guy. I'm going first.
Go ahead.
All right, Richard Sherman, man. All right. It was the game where he got the pick 6. I can't remember who we played, but I know it was Tampa Bay, first game of the year, and Richard Sherman got the pick 6. And it was funny because in the I think the playoff game, he played that same coverage where he was sitting and waiting for that quarterback. I think it was against Minnesota, and he was sitting right there in the same spot. The only thing different was he just caught the ball and said, I'm just going to fall down because I'm old. But in the Tampa game, he took that junk to the house. That's when I knew Richard Sherman was back. That's when I knew he was all in, all gas, no breaks. And that's right. That first game is when me saying, oh, man, we're going to go 10-6. That's when I started saying, yo, if the team is playing like this, they might go undefeated. All right, go ahead.
All right, Tony, give me your favorite Richard Sherman play or moment from this season, man. Talk about this Pro Bowl guy.
I actually like the last play this versus the Packers game.
Recency bias.
I like that, and it's not only because he picked the ball off, the emotion he showed after he picked the ball off, laying there for a couple minutes, and then after the game, once everyone had their hats and shirts and the trophy was handed out, he just was on a knee, bending down like this and just straight emotion. I mean, the guy's a warrior. He's battled back from the Achilles, 2 different surgeries on the ankle, on the Achilles, on the heel. And listen, he's not fast. He never was fast. He's a student of the game. So, I'm not worried about the speed situation, but he's always in the right spot at the right times, 99.9% of the times. And I'm really looking forward how he's going to play these wide receivers from Kansas City.
All right, Nick, can you hear us?
He said he couldn't hear us.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
All right. Who's typing? Is that you, Nick?
No, I'm not typing. That's the background.
That might be Tony's connection. Yeah, it's his connection. It's his background.
No, because he's on mute.
Oh, maybe it's me then.
It stopped.
It's not
all right,
me.
it's going. It just stopped. Okay. All right. So Nick, man, and I want to. All right, it's going again. Maybe I'm the only one that hears it. That's fine.
No,
all right,
I hear
Nick,
it too.
I want your favorite. Oh, Nick is gone. Damn it, man.
Oh, it was Nick.
It's gone now that Nick is gone.
Yeah, it was Nick. All right, so when he comes back in,
I'll go. All right. So Yeah. So my favorite Richard Sherman moment. You know, this is kind of crazy. It's this is gonna sound so fake and like phony. I swear to God, I'm not trying to be this guy, but I got to be this guy right now. It has nothing to do with what happened on the field. Every time Richard Sherman went to the podium and went to war for his guys, bigging up his teammates, bigging up his defensive coordinator, bigging up his coaches, you know, Woods, you know, Salah. Richard Sherman was out there giving props to Keller Witherspoon, giving props to Mosley, talking about everybody on that defense that was doing their part. That's a mentality changer, right? As important as Richard Sherman is to this team, that was huge for this team. That shapes and molds the mindset of everybody on this team. And y'all know he's the savvy vet. That's who he is, right? They all looked to Richard Sherman for leadership, right? We remember last year that it was Halfley looking for him for coaching points and tips, right? This year it's a little different. You got Joe Woods. He's got a couple more accolades under the belt. Joe Woods is doing his thing, but now the team, he's propping up everybody on this team, bro. And it was like from the head coach and all the way down. And then Richard Sherman's pressers were the highlights for me. His play is back to the old Richard Sherman play that I hated when he was in Seattle, right? But now what we're experiencing is something completely different. The pressers are what it is. The play has been the play. But when he gets to the pressers, that's what I wanted to see. That's what I wanted to hear. And it's even on Twitter, even what he's doing on Twitter, when he's sitting there and he's bashing Darrelle Revis, I would respond that it has been, but I got a Super Bowl to prepare for. It's what he's doing off the field and at the mic and letting everybody know, hey, we for real. Y'all can keep doubting. You ain't got to give props to my guys. I'm going to give props to my guys. He's bigging these guys up. He's giving them confidence. And that confidence, especially in the secondary, goes a long way. And so for me, that's my Richard Sherman moment. All right, Nick, the floor is yours. We got you off mute, big dog. All right, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know why you're getting feedback on my end because I don't know. But yeah, no, I totally agree with you. You know, Richard Sherman has been that way all year. And I had, like I said before on the show, I had an argument with some people on Twitter that he didn't deserve Walter Payton Man of the Year because he's all about himself. And I've never seen that from Richard Sherman. It's always been about his teammates or who is, doing well, whether, like you said, Robert Saleh, Joe Woods, you know, how he says, oh, Jaquiski Tart, that's how you say his name. Oh, Akello Witherspoon, that's how you say his name. Oh, whoever it may be, DeForest Buckner or whatever, So, this guy is not about himself. This guy is about the team. He's very good on the field. He's very good off the field. And just having that experience in the building is really good right now. So I don't know if you guys seen this or not, but supposedly, I don't know if we should break, there's a lot of things going on right now about a helicopter crash with Kobe Bryant being on it and the 5 on his private jet or private helicopter all being deceased.
Oh no. Oh no.
So TMZ put it out and then somebody else tweeted and said that it was true, but there were no names released, but it's supposedly he was on it with 4 other people and all are deceased.
Yeah, I'm not hearing that Kobe is one of the deceased though.
Yeah. So
I don't trust TMZ though.
Yeah, I'm not
but
hearing
it wasn't just TMZ. There was another tweet put out. There was another tweet put out by I'll tell you who it was real quick.
Nah, I know. Oh no, I think he is deceased.
LA County Sheriff's on Twitter. 5 people confirmed deceased, no survivors in Calabas helicopter crash. LASD Malibu deputies remain with LA County fire personnel. Investigation ongoing. Avoid the area until further notice.
Oh no, he's dead, guys. Oh no, I don't even know if I want to do the show. Oh.
So,
no.
like I said, I don't know if the name is confirmed yet or not, but
I think the fact that the names are confirmed, but the fact that the 5 are deceased is assuming Kobe is one of them. I'm sorry, this is sad to me. as much as I didn't like Kobe Bryant, I was probably one of his biggest fans. I'm a Celtic fan, so it's hard to like him, but what he did and what he brought to the game was amazing. And now all I care about is his family. And if this is true, and the other people on that helicopter, this is sad. Oh snap!
Yeah, somebody said Adam Schefter just tweeted it also.
Okay. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy.
Like, I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it.
Mike, you all right over there?
I think he's just trying to find out. We're all trying to find out. And we have fans in here saying that he's gone, and
wow.
Guys, this is a sad day.
I didn't mean to turn this into a sad show. But I thought that was news that needs to be brought to people just in case they haven't seen it. Obviously, no names are released yet. It's just speculation. So let's just, hopefully that it wasn't.
News stations are reporting it. So, news stations are reporting it that the 5 are dead. They haven't released the names, like you said.
Wow.
Mike is muted. Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Prayers up to the Bryant family, and anybody else who may have been on that helicopter, the pilot, and even if Kobe is not on that, if he wasn't, whether he was or he wasn't, there are people who are going to need prayer support. Whatever kind of positive vibes that you guys offer out to the universe, they're going to have to go out. This is breaking, shocking news that we are all just receiving here. And, wow, just wow. I'm not sure what else to say here.
I'm not trying to be a dick. Maybe we should end it. I don't know. That's real. If that's true, that's hard. It's
even if it's not.
Wow.
Look, someone is deceased. There are 5 people who are no longer here.
Yeah.
And it's rough. It's hard to imagine that Kobe was not on his personal helicopter. Sean King just tweeted out, a Los Angeles law enforcement source just confirmed for me that Kobe and 4 other people did die on the helicopter crash this morning. So yeah, that's rough.
Hey guys, I'm gonna tap out because I'm gonna get emotional. So you guys go ahead and carry on the show.
No, you just hang tight. We're gonna wrap this thing up. We'll be back with you guys later on this week, guys. We're family. We do this thing for sports, it's all for fun, but people are involved. Good, bad guys, all that stuff and everything in between. Make sure you guys go out, you hug your loved ones, let them know that you care about them. And yeah, guys, this is life. It's a little short, things happen every day. So yeah, I got nothing else. I think we should wrap this one up, fellas. I know that it wasn't the plan for today, but I got nothing left. I got to get off of this. Nick, any words? And Tony, Wayne, anybody?
No.
Yeah, I mean, this is really, really sad for Kobe, his family, obviously, all the fans worldwide. What he brought to the game of basketball is just a total, different story. Many prayers up to those guys, to his family, to everybody involved. Yeah, it's just sad news, man. It's just sad news.
All right, guys. We are going to we'll catch you guys on the flip side. We're gonna be back later this week, guys. We'll recoup. We'll bounce back. Again, prayers up to everybody who was on that, their families who were on that helicopter, to the pilot, to Kobe, obviously, his family. We just keep all that in mind. We've seen the videos of him and his daughter and all that stuff. All that stuff was recently happening. It's a lot to take in. It's real. A lot of people are confirming it right now. So we're going to wrap the show up, faithful. We'll check you guys out later on. And just, you guys just be safe out there. All right. We're done.